What's up, guys? Welcome to Nintendo Pow Block, episode 156. I'm one of your hosts, Corey Derrick, and alongside me, as always, is that retro code, Eddie V.
Cuphead is on Nintendo Switch. Yes. Hi, everybody.
I don't understand why we keep him around sometimes. Also joining us is the wise Wisconsinite, Jesse Douglas.
How's it going, everyone? We keep him around because he's definitely the energy.
It's true.
Today, especially, I think today.
Yeah.
I only got 4 hours of sleep, so if even that.
Yeah, I've been sick all week. This is the best I've felt since like Monday. So that's why my voice is a little raspy and but yeah, we're here. We're gonna do a show. We got quite a show. Few things before we actually get to housekeeping. Ed's Yoshi's Crafted World review is up. We spent a lot of the night last night editing it and doing some good work over there. So Ed, proud of that review. Good job. I recommend you go over to our website, nerdsgonerogue.com. Yes, we now own nerdsgonerogue.com. ngrradio.com still works as well, but something we discussed like a year and a half ago is that we should probably get away from the NGR radio moniker, since it's not just one podcast anymore, it's a bunch of stuff. And a year and a half later, here we are, nerdsgonerogue.com. Woo.
Yes.
Also the website's getting a sort of a redesign, I would say. So it looks a little bit different. Ed seems to like it. Matt likes it. Jesse, I don't know if you've gotten a chance to check it out yet.
No, I haven't. So it's live then.
Yep.
You can see. Oh, okay.
Yep, it's live.
Okay.
It looks a little weird right now because it still has all the old thumbnails attached to the shows and stuff, but like we're just gonna keep the old thumbnails. We're gonna move forward with our new thumbnails, but I think if like a year from now, 2 years from now, people scroll down, people look for stuff, like you can actually see the history of our show's thumbnail evolutions and stuff. I think it'll be cool. At first, it was really going to annoy me, and actually, it's still really going to annoy me that it doesn't look the same. But there's also 1,081 posts on our website right now, and I don't feel like making 1,081 new thumbnails. So that's a lot of work. So moving forward, we're gonna start. You're gonna start seeing some switch ups with our thumbnails and everything on YouTube and on our website. I'm gonna change some of the older thumbnails, like reviews and quick looks and stuff. I'm gonna change them to our new style just to have a more cohesive look for those types of things. But like old podcasts and stuff, I'm not doing it. Sorry guys. I spent too much time designing the new ones that I just don't want to make new ones anymore. I'm tired. I don't want to do it anymore. So like the way the new thumbnails look, actually, they all across all 4 major channels, they're all going to look the same, with like the grayscale background with the color pop on the front of it. I think I sent them to you guys in the group chat, and with that color pop, and then the little gray box underneath that says what segment it's from, or like what type of thing it is, like review or question block, or some of the new segments we're actually introducing in this episode. But in the upper corner, the upper right hand corners is just going to be the logo of what channel it's from. So they all kind of have this cohesive look to them. So I thought it was a kind of a good idea. I'm not gonna lie. I've been looking at other, the last like week since I've been sick. I've been studying other major YouTube channels to see what their thumbnails look like, and Easy Allies, IGN, all these bigger outlets, and I'm like, we need something that pops like theirs. And I think having these cool little poppy color title things look better. And so if you don't like it, you can tell me. I don't care. And if you guys don't like it, well, I don't care. You know what? You're fired. We're going to get into some of this housekeeping real quick, actually, because there's a lot of it, and we have a lot to get to today. So here we go. Housekeeping. If this is your first time listening to us, welcome. Nintendo Pow Block is the official Nintendo podcast of Nerds Gone Rogue, hosted by yours truly. The show is posted every Tuesday and be found on your podcast service of choice. Spotify and iHeartRadio are coming soon, so stay tuned for those updates as well. I'm moving Nintendo Pow Block over to Podbean within the next 2 to 3 weeks, so we'll have a little bit more reach for you guys trying to listen to us. Let's see here. You can find us everywhere on social media. We are taking a new, more active approach to social media. So follow Nintendo Pow Block on Instagram and Twitter at Nintendo_PBlock and join our Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/Nintendo Pow Block. You can also, you'll also be able to find us live streaming soon at twitch.tv/Nerds Gone Rogue, which we have also acquired. Very excited for that. You can check out our video content on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Nintendo Pow Block, where we have many exciting new slate of content coming your way. Details are being ironed out at the moment, but announcements are coming in the upcoming weeks. Lastly, for the month of May, we're giving away 5 of the best indie games on the Nintendo Switch. On May 7th, we are giving away Hollow Knight and The Messenger. On May 21st, we are giving away Dead Cells and Katana Zero. And on May 28th, we are giving away Celeste. So you can enter by emailing us your podcast subscription and your YouTube subscription and tell us why you like Nintendo Pow Block. And if you rate us on your podcast service of choice, that grants you a second entry. If you do not win in the first entry, your entries do carry over to the next game. So that's how that's going to work. Entries started last week, so make sure you get your entries in, and we will make our first drawing on the May 7th episode for Hollow Knight and The Messenger. Lastly, like I said earlier, Ed's Yoshi's Crafted World review is up, so go read it if you're on the fence about the game. Spoilers, Ed really likes it, and it's a good send-off for his Yoshi coin rating system. So
Yes.
Also, you should check out our other podcasts, Nerds Gone Rogue, Nerds Gone Platinum, and Arsenal X. All right, we're going to get into our newly renamed segment, the Cartridge Slot. We're going to start with you, Ed. What are you playing this week on your Switch?
So Cuphead has been released for Nintendo Switch. That's the game that I've been playing. Plays just like the Xbox One, fun platformer. I will advise everybody, please play this game with a Pro controller. If you do decide to play with the Joy-Cons, it's going to be very difficult. So Cuphead is the game that I'm playing for my Nintendo Switch. I have other stuff, but
how's it playing on Switch?
It plays great. It plays smoothly. I think it may be 30 or 60 frames per second. There's no lag, there's no problems or anything with it. It's actually a ball to play.
Nice. The only negative thing I've heard about Cuphead is that the load times are kind of meh. But that's for people who play on Xbox One X's, and I heard people with like S's and launch Xbox Ones have the load times are practically the same. They are, because there's like kind of load times for that. But they're not. There's something that you could get over with, and the achievement system works fine too. So it's not a problem. Nice. I need to get Cuphead, but I'm on a pausing on buying games right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because my wife's birthday is in a couple weeks. So
yes.
That's clearly that takes priority over my Switch collection, unless she wants Switch games.
Buy yourself gifts through her.
No response. Jesse, what are you playing? What are you playing on Switch?
Same as last week. I just played a little more of that Vaporum or whatever. Enjoying it, like I said last week, it's a good game, and it's definitely
which one was that again?
That's the one that's a dungeon crawler, first person steampunk.
That's right.
It's fun. I think I'm still stuck where I was last time, trying to figure out what I got to do and stuff. But it's fun, like like the mix of all the different elements of the RPG elements and the first person shooting and the like almost like definitely like has that RPG feel where like the RPGs where you can kind of move to a different spot or whatever, and then like like you got to time it just right where you move in front of the enemy, hit him, and then quick try to move away before he does his attack.
Right.
Because they'll attack on the spot that you were previously standing on. And so if they shoot their attack or whatever, it will hit where you were standing. If you can move out of the way quick enough, then you'll dodge the attack. But it's like like where you have to be standing in front of each other in order to be able to attack. And certain attacks can only reach like so many squares in front of you.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So it feels like a hybrid of like all different kinds of things, like a RPG, like the XCOM style game, first person shooter, dungeon crawler. It's really a mix of all different things. It's a fun game.
Nice. Yeah, I remember as soon as you said dungeon crawler, I remembered what you were talking about. So I honestly haven't been playing that much. I played a little bit of Final Fantasy X this morning, the HD remaster. Nice. Man, I forgot how cool that opening cutscene of that game is.
Yeah.
I don't really want to spoil anything for people who haven't played it. It's up there in my top 3 favorite Final Fantasies. I don't know. I really like 9. I love 9 actually. I love 12. I love 10. But 10 was the first Final Fantasy game that I really got into and beat, and so like it kind of holds a special place in my heart. I know a lot of people don't like it because it's kind of linear and the voice acting is quote unquote bad, especially the notorious laughing scene. But everybody always takes that scene out of context, and it's just like that scene is actually super heartwarming. But people take the generic laugh out of there and just take it way out of context. And so I played a little bit of that. That opening cutscene though, where like the blitzball match is going on, and you see Auron walk up to the ledge with the jug. And you just see this huge tidal wave just crash through the city, and like you're trying to survive with Auron, and that's I just playing it really like brought back a ton of memories of just plowing through that game and trying to get every little weapon and doing the thunder planes, getting through there and getting the weapon from there and everything. So. That's all I've really been playing. I've been working on like I said at the top of the show, I've been working on the website redesign and everything. And, last night Ed and I were prepping his review for a launch today. And that was a big task to get that website done. And I still have to place everything in the right areas where they go. But again, if you haven't checked it out, nerdsgonerogue.com looks good. It looks I like it personally. If you don't like it, I don't really care. It's not your website. But yeah, I'm taking a new approach, like Jesse said at the top of the show. I'm trying to find a way to have the same quality that we've had and not make as much work for myself.
Yeah,
not gonna lie, I was talking with Ed about his review last night really made me miss writing reviews, because I used to write stuff all the time, and I looked back and the last thing I wrote was like over 2 years ago. So
and I feel like at least with writing, that's something that you can kind of do on paper or or whatever whenever you want, like, and like I just feel like for you, what would be best is the less time you can spend stuck at a computer, and like is probably the better. Like it just like be able to just relax and write something or whatever on paper even.
Yeah.
Like I feel that's the thing is I feel like as much as we love computers, that when we get stuck at them, it can ruin a day. A day. There's so many ways that computers are waiting to disappoint us.
Yeah. Oh, trust me. For this episode,
like the show.
I'm quite aware. Yeah. So, if you're watching the video version, you're gonna see Google Hangouts at the top of the show, and some amalgamation of Skype and OBS at the bottom of the show, and it's because Skype sucks and Google Hangouts sucks and the internet sucks. So yeah, I do apologize for the that plus like if it sounds like we're rushed, it's because I have a birthday party to go to in about 25 minutes. So yeah, anyways, I do want to get back to writing. I've actually been I have a folder on my phone that says writing on it, and I've been making ideas about what I want to write about.
Yeah.
And also some games that I would like to review that I have been playing. Whether or not I finish them or not is another question. But I have taken that step and getting back into the writing and not just writing, but like writing scripts for like maybe a 3 to 5 minute show for the weekend or something, like and I talked to my wife about it, and we're gonna how IGN has the Daily Fix, and some of these smaller YouTube outlets have like a 3 to 5 minute kind of wrap up show of like the news that happened that day or during the week or whatever. I want to try to do something like that with a green screen and like have the news stories behind me and stuff like that. Like I have ideas of what I would like to do, and my wife said she would help me out with that if I needed her, and she's gonna help me with that. But like just writing stuff like that is kind of like something I want to do. So
well, and it would be nice, like that's something you can be doing for this or whatever, and still technically be doing something with your wife, and it's kind of cool being able to do something you enjoy and both kind of have fun with it, so together. So
yeah. And then lastly, I did play a little bit of Yoshi's Crafted World also after we went over Ed's review, which by the way, Ed, I'm really proud of that review. It's great.
I'll have to read it. I haven't gotten a chance.
Yeah, it's really good, and I'm proud of the work that was put into it and everything. So yeah, so that's what's in our cartridge slots this week. I know somebody's gonna make that a joke.
Pull them out, blow them off.
Yeah. So we're gonna get into this next segment here. This is one we are adding, and we're gonna add it weekly unless there's absolutely nothing happening. The eShop drop, where we talk about the games that are coming out this week, and we're gonna pick one game that we're excited for from the drop this week. There are 3 kind of major titles coming out this week and a DLC package. Mortal Kombat 11 is obviously the big title coming out this week on all platforms. The Switch version actually looks really nice. I don't know if you guys watched the trailer for that or not.
I did.
But Mortal Kombat 11 on Switch looks great. 60 frames a second. It looks fantastic. The fatalities are running at 30 frames a second instead of 60, but that's across all platforms, which I didn't know either. So that's not really new information, I guess, but I just found that out. So so Mortal Kombat 11 is the big one on Tuesday, along with Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen the same day, $30. Capcom's releasing it on Switch for the first time, so you can check that out. Box Boy and Box Girl comes out on Friday on the 26th, $10, by the way. So,
Oh, wow.
And by the way,
Nice.
if you have not played those games on 3DS, they're $5 a piece on 3DS. They are fantastic puzzle games. And the fact that this one's only $10, I thought this was going to be $19.99 when it came out because they said there's over 270 levels. There's unlockable characters and secrets and stuff to unlock new puzzles. I was like, this is for sure going to be a $20 game. Nope, $9.99. So,
Yeah, that's awesome.
Box Boy and Box Girl comes out on Friday, and then the day this episode posted, or the last episode posted last week, Joker DLC for Smash is available, which includes a new stage, a bunch of new music, the stage builder, and of course Joker from Persona 5 for Smash. Now I updated it and played a little bit of him yesterday, and I think it would really help if Nintendo fans played Persona 5 to know his moveset, because there's a lot of things that I do not understand what's happening when he's doing moves. So if you've played Persona 5, you will probably understand the movesets.
Yes, I played it, so I understand.
I do not. So, but P5S is rumored, so we'll see. What, on the 24th, I think, is the concert, and the 25th is the big Persona event that they're announcing stuff, right? I think.
Yes.
So
yes,
we'll see that soon. But what's your guys' eShop drop pick of the week?
For me, it's Box Boy and Box Girl. I already pre-ordered it on Switch.
I know. Last night we were talking about it, and he's like, $9.99. Proceed to purchase. I was like, well, fair,
Yeah. I have to agree with that on this one too, because like I had said something about this a while ago, but like I just don't get into fighting games as much. I really, really love Mortal Kombat and appreciate it, but I just don't play fighting games anymore. So if I was still into fighting games, that probably would have been my pick, but the Box Boy and Box Girl looks like a lot of fun, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. And for that price, that's like just everyone should buy that. For me, Box Boy and Box Girl are my picks too. I don't really know much about Dragon's Dogma, so I'm not too excited about that. Mortal Kombat 11 was close, but like, since I'm kind of like pushing off buying games for a few weeks, like, am I really going to care about Mortal Kombat in 2 or 3 weeks? You know what I mean? Like when I am like done figuring out what I'm doing with my wife's birthday and everything, like, am I really going to care? So like, I don't know. It looks cool. I'm super psyched that game is coming to Switch, but I've never been a Mortal Kombat guy. It's one of those games that I'm always interested in watching and seeing the new fatalities on screen instead of actually playing. I mean, I'm pretty sure, Jesse, I think you can agree with me on this. Like, the closest I think I've ever played or gotten into Mortal Kombat was when Injustice 2 came out. And, the Ninja Turtles were announced for that, and I was like, oh yeah, Gold Edition purchase. And I think Scorpion was in Injustice, or was it Sub-Zero? I don't remember. One of them was. As like a DLC character or whatever. But might have, yeah. Well, and that's the thing. We both own that, and I barely played it. So why buy my Mortal Kombat when I still have that and the Turtles are in it?
I know, and I'm like, dude, I played through the story of Injustice 2. And I was like, man, I'm playing through the story. It's a cool story. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go through this multiverse stuff. Oh man, Ninja Turtles were announced. Purchased that season pass. Played it for like another day and a half, and I was like, Assassin's Creed Origins is out. I guess I'll play that.
Right.
So, I mean, that it sucks. Like, fighting games are just one of those niche genres that are always super interesting and fascinating to watch, and I just can't. I do not have the time to put into them to get good at them.
Yeah.
It's the same as shooters these days too, right? Like, there's all these cool shooters that look cool, but like, I've already kind of picked my one, which is Destiny, and I don't really need another one. I mean, we've played Call of Duty and Apex and Fortnite and PUBG together, right? But like, we did that for videos and stuff, and not necessarily for me to like want to get good at one particular game. Although Apex is really good, I'm not gonna lie, I'm still really enjoying Apex. So yeah, that's the eShop drop. So unanimously, Box Boy and Box Girl, $9.99. Really fantastic puzzle game. I really hope that they release the first 3 games puzzles as DLC for this game.
Yes.
Because that would just be a really cool and fun move for them. Because then, even then, like the whole game's going to be $25 if they release those packs, those first games packs for $5 a piece. Like, I mean, so also if you have a 3DS, they're also all only $5 a piece on your 3DS. So fun, cheap puzzle games. I'm a sucker for fun, cheap puzzle games. You saw that when we talked about Hook for 2 weeks. And so, yeah, Box Boy and Box Girl eShop drop pick of the week. Stamp
Yes.
it. Pow Block approved. Stealing that from Ray from last week. Pow Block approved. So, all right, we're going to move into these news bits here. Depending on time, we might cut out some of these news bits, so I'm going to get into some of the more interesting ones here. The cult hit classic 13 is getting remastered for Nintendo Switch. I own this game for GameCube.
High five, Corey.
It was okay. I was like, this is cool. I'm going back to play this really bad 007 game that I was obsessed with. I was obsessed with Agent Under Fire and Nightfire.
Oh, yeah.
And so I'll just read the story real quick. This is from Nintendo Life. In 2003, Ubisoft released the cel-shaded first-person shooter 13 on GameCube, PlayStation 2, Xbox, and PC. Now, a remake of this unique-looking game is coming to Nintendo Switch, PS4, and Xbox One on November 13th. For those who haven't played it before, it's loosely based on 5 volumes of the Belgian graphic novel dating back to 1984, written by Jean Van Ham, with artwork by William Vance. In the original game, David Duchovny, best known for his FBI agent Fox Mulder in the X-Files. Oh, excuse me. Man, this episode's going to be a hot mess. Voice the game's protagonist. Here's a summary of the game's story. 13 is a first-person shooter where you play as 13, a talented soldier who lost his memory and has been accused of killing the President of the United States. You first wake up injured and amnesic on Brighton Beach, with the only clue being a small key of the mysterious tattoo that reads 13 in Roman numerals on your clavicle. It's now your job to search for answers through 34-level solo campaign. Jesus.
It's a long game.
Don't worry, you'll find the appropriate weapon arsenal along the way. So many questions, so many bullets. So, 13's coming to Switch. It's exciting for fans, mostly because I remember this game and Killer 7. It was a time when cel shading was becoming really popular after Wind Waker, and I just remember this and Killer 7 were the 2 games that really kind of stuck out at the time in terms of their look. So, 13's coming to Switch. Not gonna lie, I probably won't buy it. It's a unique game, but I feel like it's gonna be one of those games that's just stuck in its time, similar to another popular GameCube shooter in the Resident Evil franchise that will not be named here, Resident Evil 4.
Well, I don't know. Did you say it? Did they give a price then?
Nope. There's no price.
No.
There's no physical or digital release. It just says it's coming. So
Okay.
I'm assuming this game being a remaster on Switch at least is just going to be a digital release. I'm assuming, and then if people request it enough, limited run or someone will pick it up or something. So,
But it'll probably be like $60 or something.
yeah,
You think?
it'll probably be like 40, I bet. So, okay, so we're gonna move on. The next story I think Ed is gonna be super excited for, because anytime you mention Wayforward,
Yes.
feel like Ed's gonna impregnate the world.
Yes.
Wayforward and Arc System Works announces female follow-up to River City Ransom. There have been rumors for a few months now about the new title in River City Ransom series based off the 1989 Kunio-kun Brawler on NES. While lots of names were tossed around, Arc System Works seems to stick more than most, as they are the current owners of River City license. Instead, it seems that Arc System Works is partnering with indie developer Wayforward for a new game in the series called River City Girls. The press release is scant on details, as the two companies say they do not plan to show anything off until later this year, but it does confirm the title in that it is based on the classic series. So it's going to be a classic beat-em-up style, similar to River City Ransom. Ed, we were talking about that last night, where we weren't sure what it was, because the one article we read it said classic fighter something. It said fighting something. It didn't say brawler, so we were kind of confused, but it is going to be a side-scrolling brawler. So,
okay, nice. A beat-em-up. Nice.
Yeah, which we do not get enough of, so I'm very excited.
There's a couple that are on Switch that are good, but I just haven't gotten around to getting them.
Yeah.
Yes. There's some arcade ones.
Yeah, and Castle Crashers is coming soon too, which is a lot of people's favorite from last gen.
Yeah.
So
because when we was talking about this game, I mentioned the Combat Tribes, and that was from Technos, who kind of did like some of the early Ni no Kuni games, like Rampage and games like that. So that's what that arena-based kind of fighting is. What I thought this game would be, and I'm assuming that's what it is, in a sense.
This article came from Game Informer. I'm definitely going to be looking forward to it, because WayForward's got a lot of projects in the works right now, including their help on Bloodstained now, and Shantae 5 was announced, which I'm really excited for. If you guys haven't played the Shantae games, Half Genie Hero and Pirate's Curse are both on Switch. You guys should definitely check those games out. Those games are superb. So, our next story, which I just built this whole episode for Ed. Konami revealed the entire selection of games on the Castlevania Anniversary Collection.
Yes.
Konami revealed plans last month for a series of collections based on its assorted franchises. Among them was the Castlevania Anniversary Collection. It revealed the first 4 games that would be included, but today we learned the other 4. The list includes Castlevania, Castlevania 3 Dracula's Curse, Castlevania 2 Belmont's Revenge, which I'm assuming is the Game Boy game.
Yeah, because Simon's Quest was the part 2 of Castlevania.
Yeah. Super Castlevania 4, Castlevania Bloodlines, which I think was the Genesis game.
Yes, it was.
Kid Dracula, which I do not know what that is.
That's a Japanese Famicom game that never came here.
Castlevania The Adventure, which I assume is the other Game Boy game.
Yes, because Castlevania Rebirth is the remake of that game.
Right. And then, of course, last but not least, Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest.
Yes!
The Castlevania Anniversary Collection will be available on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PC, and Nintendo Switch on May 16th. Click here for other Konami's planned anniversary. Okay, so...
can I just say something? I'm so glad that this collection is coming out, and these are the main games of the series. I'm so thankful for Konami for not doing any of the Metroidvanias. I'm not saying that I'm sick of them, but it's time to put in some work. And the next Castlevania game will make you work for your ending. It is all around. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be fun. No more saving. No more level grinding. If you're a real gamer, old school, and you like that kind of difficulty stuff, this is the game to get.
I'm just going to say one thing. I hope their menu system looks like they're one of the producers 12-year-old children didn't make it in their Photoshop class in middle school, like
Yes.
Castlevania Requiem for PlayStation 4.
Yes. That I heard that thing. It looks a hot garbage mess.
That's all I'm saying, dude. It looks like a really bad early 2000s, like just crappy Photoshop menu.
I'm sorry. I can't even give that anything questionable content. That just looks bad.
You can go ahead and say your favorite word, Ed.
Oh, that thing looks like a garbage.
Oh man! All right, we're gonna fly through this next news story here and get to question block because I really want to get into this question because it's super interesting. This story comes from IGN. Nintendo fans are trying to uncover a mysterious Retro Studios character. Metroid, Donkey Kong, and ... Hello there. Retro Studios gave former Nintendo of America president Reggie Fils-Aimé a signed drawing of him posing with various characters from retro games, but a small mechanical hand in the picture is throwing a lot of fans for a loop. The picture, along with a working Virtual Boy, a notebook of taking names, a plastic ass to kick, and more were given to Fils-Aimé during his retirement event, and the Nintendo legend decided to tweet out pictures of the gifts yesterday. The folks at Game Explain and fans on Reset Era noticed a mechanical hand in the picture, which can be seen poking out from behind a small statue in front of Mario. Mario in front of the picture. Theories have begun flying around. I see it right there. That hand is quite a picture. So if you haven't seen this, it's just Reggie saw this plaque. There's a statue of Mario standing in front of the plaque, and there's just this little hand just going like this, like it's waving, and man, that's insane. It's real crazy, and nobody can figure out what this character is. So because Retro Studio has only developed Metroid Prime and Donkey Kong Country games, excluding the studio's assistance on Mario Kart 7, some fans believe this is a character from a different Nintendo franchise, or believe it's associated with a brand new, unannounced Retro Studios IP. To add fuel to this fire, Enrique Rivera, a concept artist at Retro Studios, retweeted Reggie's post with a winky face, suggesting there really is a tease in the picture. According to the LinkedIn page, Rivera has been with Retro for nearly 4 years. So I think that Mario statue must have been strategically placed in front of this character to not reveal who this little guy is. So, yeah. Crazy that there is a new Retro Studios character in this picture and nobody can figure out where he's from. It's fun though. It's fun to speculate. We've been talking about we want Retro to do its new IP that they've been rumored to be working on for a while, right?
Yes.
And then they've been rumored to be working on that Star Fox project that we still don't know if it's going to come out or not. Now they're confirmed to be working on Metroid Prime 4. So is this little robot from that third project that they've been rumored to be working on their new IP? Oh, man. Don't get me started. It kind of looks like a little Transformer hand. Like from like a 90s toy, like that square plastic hand that you would get on your robot toys. It was just like this. So, yeah. Any thoughts on this character and what in just something fans are going to speculate on for a while?
I think fans are just going to speculate on it. I don't think it's nothing like major just yet.
I hope this Retro Studios character and it starts off the next Nintendo Direct.
Yeah,
it'd be awesome.
I can see that happen.
Yeah, so feel free to speculate. I think it's from their whatever IP, their new IP, but I don't think that new IP is coming anytime soon. I just think, this is one of their kind of concepts that they're working on with this IP, and maybe Reggie really grew to like this character. So I do think that Mario statue was clearly strategically placed, though. So.
Oh yeah,
just to cover that character up. That's like, I wouldn't think anything of it until you look at the picture, and that Mario statue is a little too close to that frame for it to be like a properly like set up photograph, right? So
Yeah.
yeah. So
Nintendo's good at hints.
Stop teasing me, Nintendo. Stop it.
Right, they're good at hints and stuff, and it's just like, ooh, what is this?
Yeah. All right, we're gonna get through this question block question. Remember, you can email us at nintendopowblock@gmail.com. That is nintendopowblock@gmail.com, or tweet at us at Nintendo_PBlock for your question to be read on this show. We have one question this week. We have a couple other ones, but I'm saving them for next week because we have a little bit of a shorter show today because of time, and I feel like those questions are going to require a little bit more conversation. So, not that this one does not require a bit of a conversation, but Nathan Strutherland writes in and says, during the Smash video detailing Joker and the stage builder, Reddit immediately went crazy to try to decipher the code behind the, quote, witch stage. For those who weren't following, Nintendo showed off a witch over a cauldron, making people think they are teasing a Banjo-Kazooie character reveal in the coming weeks with a Gruntilda silhouette. What do you guys think? Is Banjo coming back home to Nintendo? Yes. Yes, he is. I don't know if this was teasing it. I didn't see it. I should probably be a better podcast host and watch the. By the way, not a Nintendo Direct, but a very long video that Nintendo just randomly posted, by the way. Why was this not like a Smash Direct?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's insane. So, by the way, there's a 15-minute video on Nintendo's thing detailing Joker and the stage and the music. By the way, the stage, the Persona stage, the level changes depending on which game the soundtrack is from. So, if it's from Persona 5, the stage is red. Like, it's red, black, and white aesthetic. If it's from 4, I think it's, like, blue and, like, I think it's, like, has this blue overlay to it. And then from 3, I think it's yellow. So.
Which is weird.
Maybe for Persona 4, it's yellow and 3 is blue.
Yeah.
I don't know. Look, I'm not going to sit here and pretend to know anything about Persona, except that I played Persona 4 Golden on Vita for 10 hours and then my Vita died. So,
oh wow,
that's the extent of my Persona knowledge. Although I do really want to play 4 and 5 again. I don't feel like getting another Vita to play 4, and I'm waiting for this the Switch version of 5, hopefully, at some point. Yeah. So, but do you guys think that they are teasing a Banjo announcement for Switch for either like a character reveal for Smash, or is Microsoft going to publish Rare Replay and bring Banjo home? What is happening?
I would say this: if they were going to do Banjo, he's going to be the final one. Because Nintendo and Microsoft are talking.
You wouldn't think they would do someone bigger than Banjo for their last character?
Nope. Because the thing about it is that Nintendo is working with the more Japanese developers that you wouldn't expect to come here to America for Smash. If they were going to go do someone from Europe, which Rare is, and with Microsoft, you would want to save that big one for the last one. You don't want it to be overshadowed by other characters that you really wouldn't think of coming to the system. So to end like the DLC, because they even talked about it, like the final character is going to be out in February of next year. Like they're spacing all of this out. So you want to just like end it off on a really, really like great note. And Banjo-Kazooie would be that great note for that to happen. Because you'll be able to bring up the characters, the stages, and things of that nature. I think right now Nintendo is focusing on getting the next other characters from different Japanese developers or even indies to be in Smash before they go out with Banjo-Kazooie. That's my theory.
Yeah, I mean my theory right now is that like there's never first of all there's never been a Western developer be represented as a fighter in Smash, right? And so I think the closest everybody tries to say Solid Snake, and I'm like, Kojima is clearly Japanese. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
When Konami did Metal Gear, that was an NES property. In Japan.
I'm just like, whatever. It's and then the rumor right now is that the next fighter to be announced is going to be Eldrick from Dragon Quest, like one of the early Dragon Warrior games. So, we're we're gonna have all the characters by this time next year. So
yes,
we'll probably know who the next couple fighters are shortly. But man, I can't imagine they said Joker was gonna set the tone for the characters in Smash. So like, I'm trying to figure out like. I think the best way to go about this is to figure out who's popular in Japan. Like what franchises, what characters are popular in Japan. And clearly Persona is one of those. And Dragon Quest is also a franchise that's popular over there. So
Final Fight would come to mind for Smash. And maybe they team up with Sega and actually get Streets of Rage to come to it. Or maybe they actually bring someone that no one would guess. And that would be Eternal Champions or Virtual Fighter.
What about Monster Hunter? Do they have anything from Monster Hunter?
They have a Monster Hunter World. They have a level, a stage, and a boss from Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But the whole thing about Monster Hunter, though, is like you create your character to go in there and fight. Right? There's not really any like there's not like a Final Fantasy style thing where like character. That's clearly there's a Cid in every game, there's a main protagonist in every game, right? It's you clearly are this random person and you're going through to
right.
But who knows, man? They could make some crazy changes. And they've been doing a bunch of fan servicey things and working with Microsoft. All I can say is if Banjo's coming, they better give me Conquer. So,
I think it probably is Banjo because I think that we're actually going to be getting an announcement for a new Banjo game during E3.
E3.
Yeah, I'm actually in the same boat as you. I don't know if it's going to be Rare doing it, but I do feel like, Microsoft is going to start reaching out to some smaller devs to take on some smaller properties. Like look at Battletoads, for example. I don't think that's being done internally. I think they are farming that out to someone. So, those types of things are gonna happen, and Microsoft is not afraid to make bold moves. Clearly, so we'll see. We'll see if Nintendo plays nice. But that's gonna wrap our episode. This has been episode 156. Hopefully, the editing went smoothly, and the audio version will show no interruptions whatsoever.
Except for my kids walking in multiple times while we're recording.
I don't care about that. So I want to thank everybody so much for watching. Remember, you can go to the all-new nerdsgonerogue.com and check out all of our content. You can check us out on Twitter and Instagram at Nintendo_P Block. You can email the show at NintendoPowBlock@gmail.com. Just going to make this super short. Sorry, Ed and Jesse. You can follow Ed at ThatRetroCode on Twitter. Check out his Yoshi's Crafted World review. You can follow Jesse at PhantomMaggotAX on Twitter. By the way, next week we are introducing the new intro to Nintendo Pow Block, which Jesse wrote the theme song for, and it is really cool. So
yes,
he also did the theme song for Arsenal X and is working on one with Matthew Keel for Nerds Gone Rogue. I'm very excited to share that with everybody. So Jesse, you're Awesome. You can follow me at CoreyNHG713 on Twitter and CoreyNHG on Instagram. And you can check out Nintendo Pow Block every Tuesday at 7 a.m. Eastern Time on youtube.com/Nintendo Pow Block and your podcast service of choice, coming soon to Spotify and iHeartRadio. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time.
Bye, everybody. Woo-hoo.